Hello and welcome to the very first video. I'm going to call these a Let's Talk. So I've got two of my buddies on the line via Skype. Their camera's not working right now. Besides, you don't really want to look at them anyways. It's all good. Cameron and Dave, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you, Cameron?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Have you guys got into the Arms weekend at all this weekend?
No. I ended up being really busy, so I couldn't do it.
It's all good. I got into like the very, very last one myself. Some really cool modes in the new one, but what's all we're here to talk about today? We're here today to talk about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC Pack 1. Have you guys heard a lot about details about this, or just know that it's coming this summer?
All I know is that it's showing up.
It's coming. That's all I know.
So, from my understanding, according to Google, when you type in, when is the summer officially, I get the answer of, it starts on June 20th and ends on September 22nd. So the earliest we could see this download pack is basically the second last week of the month.
Oh, it's coming out pretty early.
It could come out by the end of the month. It could. It might not come out till September. You know, you never know what happens.
Or July.
But the first one's supposed to come out in the summertime. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit more details come E3 in 2 weeks. But first, I wanted to have a couple of thoughts about the actual DLC that's coming down the pipe. Let's talk real quick about the overview of everything that's going to be included in the first pack, because I'm always really confused about what's actually included in this one and what's included in the next one. So in this pack, we've got the Trial of the Sword, we've got Hard Mode, Hero's Path, Travel Medallion, and New Armour.
Ooh.
First off, let's talk about Hard Mode, guys. Is this something that is exciting to you?
Yes.
Yeah, even though I felt that the game was still relatively challenging at certain parts, I think after you beat it on the normal mode, that you need that bit of harder gameplay just to, see where it goes.
I completely agree. So according to the Zelda website, in hard mode, enemies gradually regain health. So take them out as quickly as possible. All enemies are also powered up by one level. So basically, if you've got, a regular base Bokoblin, he's going to be, I think the blue Bokoblin is the next level up. There's not going to be any just regular Bokoblins. They're all going to be blue or higher. And I guess that means that if there's the silver level we have now, there's going to be a gold level? Like, I can just assume it's going to be called gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about that?
Well, unless the silver one's the max tier, but no, it'll be interesting for sure.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think making it harder makes it more fun for me personally. I like challenging games, so
I think silver Lionel's already hard enough. And then tack on that the silver harder than silver Lionel. I assume there's going to be a harder than silver Lionel is also going to regain health.
Oh God!
Boy.
What?
Those are going to be long battles.
Yeah, so enemies are also going to have a higher maximum level than they would in normal mode. And look up, because you also might find enemies and treasure chests in the sky. So in the screenshot here, there's actually like a floating platform with a moblin on it.
So even the skies are not safe.
Yeah, you could just be running around on the ground and then boom, you're getting hit by arrows or something.
Oh my goodness. I'm up for the challenge. I've been getting the itch to replay this game, and I might actually wait for this hard mode and let's see how hard it really is. It sounds hard already, but I'm ready for this. I'm excited.
This is exactly why I actually wanted to talk about this and make this video, because if there's going to be a hard mode, I want to start fresh, right? Like that's like obvious.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
I don't want to ruin my save file.
No, me neither.
But I don't really want to start another profile file. Like, if I'm under the right understanding, you only get one save file in this game as it is right now, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might be only one, yeah.
So, I mean, we've all played World of Warcraft games, and each time an expansion comes out for that game and they release a new character, they usually open up an extra character slot. Would it be so hard? Do we know anything about why they couldn't give us extra save files?
You would think, because all other Zelda games have multiple save files.
At least 3, right?
Yeah, 3. It's always been 3 for all of them.
This is the first one that I don't think you have it. You have 1.
Yeah.
No. Actually, when you actually go to the save, you can do multiple saves.
Can you?
Sure. That is true. Yes, that is true. Yeah. You can do multiple saves.
I'm going to have to confirm this, because I know I was talking to my brother-in-law, and I thought he went and created a whole new account on your Switch so that you can do a separate save file. Okay.
Should we test it? I have my Switch here.
Do it right now. Let's do it.
A few moments later.
Well, it says overwrite previous save data.
See? You have to create a second account on the Switch to be able to play another round through.
That's right. So I'm going to go continue for a second because I know when you continue. Oh, because they're mostly autos.
Yeah, they're auto saves.
So you can only have one save.
All right, we're back. The boys went and tested this because I wasn't brave enough to do this. It actually does say that when you go to start an extra game, you're going to be overwriting your original save. So, question, boys. If you're paying for DLC, should we get an extra, at least one, maybe two, extra save files to your account?
Yes.
Most definitely.
I think so. I think if they don't do this, huge misstep. Because as we're going to talk about it later on here, there's a few things in this game that are coming out with this DLC that if I'm paying for it, I want to be able to take advantage of those things in my original save file, but I still want to be able to do the hard mode.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the extra things that are coming in it. Trial of the Sword. Have you guys played Wind Waker and or Twilight Princess, where they've got that trial thing where you kind of dig down to the hole? I think on Wind Waker, it kind of takes place behind Grandma's house under a big rock.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
On Wind Waker.
So I know in Wind Waker you had to open up the boulder, go down, and in Wind Waker it was basically just a regular. It was just like it was the same room every single time, and you went down and you fought different enemies all the way through it. In Twilight Princess, I think you needed to have the Wolf Link amiibo to unlock it, Dave.
Yes, you did.
And your progress actually got saved to the amiibo, which was kind of cool. And if you ended up actually finishing it with max hearts, that was saved to the amiibo, and you could use that amiibo in Breath of the Wild, which was awesome and cool. It sounds like the Trial of the Sword is basically going to be very, very similar to this kind of progress, right?
Mm.
So on the website it says, when you get to a certain sacred location, you can take on the new Trial of the Sword. Challenge. Face on onslaughts of enemies, one wave after another. Link starts the challenge without any equipment or weapons. So basically just like that special island where you get everything taken away from you.
Yes.
When all enemies in the room are defeated, Link proceeds to the next. Clear all the trials, about 45 rooms in total, and the power of the Master Sword will be awakened, and it will always be in its glowing, powered-up state while usable.
Ooh.
So pretty much it's a way to make your Master Sword even more strong.
Well, I think because I know when I went and fought the end boss, we'll say, my Master Sword went from a 30 to a 60 weapon, right?
Yes.
And because it was glowing. So that would mean that at all times it would be a 60 weapon, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds
That
like the
would
way
be
this
really
is
awesome.
worded, though, while usable, it's still going to break occasionally and has to recharge.
Of course.
Boo.
Yeah?
It's okay. Well, it's got to recharge, man. There's so much energy. You use it. It's
No.
got to recharge.
No.
This is another reason why I want an extra save on my game, because I know with the Wind Waker and I'm pretty sure with Twilight Princess, tell me if I'm wrong here, Dave, you kind of got to a checkpoint system. It was like every 5 or 10 levels, you could jump back into that checkpoint and start again fresh from that point. I know I'm going to get frustrated with this. I know that was really hard in the past, and I really hope and I expect this to be hard too, especially to complete. I want to be able to go back to a checkpoint because I'm going to need to take a break, go play some Zelda somewhere else, maybe go get some more Korok seeds, whatever, before I come back in here. I want some kind of checkpoint system in this, and that means I need to have an extra save because I'm going to want to be playing the hard mode too. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think there's definitely going to be a checkpoint, just like Wind Waker. I think you're right. It's between 5 or 10 floors that it'll like enable it to, hey, you can come back here later, or you can, just save here. So then you can jump back in and see how far you can get. But yeah, I'm expecting this to be like probably the hardest out of all three that have the trials.
With the exception of hard mode. Oh, okay, the 3 games. See, I'm
like
looking forward
to the 3 games, like out of Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and then this. Yeah.
I'm almost looking forward to having this and having this in the hard mode.
Ooh. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, right?
And yeah.
That's going to be... I'm interested to see what people on YouTube are going to do about this, because this is going to be very interesting.
I'm going to be recording I'm going to do a Let's Play of this, that's for sure. The other thing on top of this, I think, was really interesting is I know in Wind Waker, and it looked like it was similar in Twilight Princess, where it was basically, like I said, the exact same room no matter what floor you were on.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this exactly is like if the screenshot above is what it is, it's like, look, you got ladders that you could climb up. Like it's very interesting.
Those like bokoblin forts are still there, and like there's going to be an essence to it. Because I know in the previous ones you didn't get robbed of all your items, right?
No, you didn't.
So in this one, you are going to be robbed of all your items. So there's going to be some skill involved and some creative thinking involved in doing this. And I really hope that's the way it is. I even hope that some of these rooms, quote unquote, are like leftover shrines that never got used.
Ooh.
Like you get down to one and maybe there's a bad guy in it, maybe there's not, but there's like a puzzle you have to figure out to be able to get through the room.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I could picture that. See, just thinking about that like sends a shiver down my spine.
Isn't that exciting though? Like if this game doesn't already have enough content.
I'm also really nervous. It's going to be really hard.
I love it.
But I mean, I do, like I said earlier though, I do enjoy a challenge. I'm looking forward to it, but man, I know I'm going to be cursing like a sailor while I'm doing this.
What about you, Cam? Are you going to be throwing your Joy-Cons around?
I haven't yet, so
just mine.
Just yours on an accidental
playing 1-2 switch.
Yeah, that game frustrates me.
No. You just didn't have the strap on. It even tells you to put the strap on, and you're like,
strap on.
Keep it PG-13, Dave.
Let's talk about Hero's Path now. This is a really cool feature that I really like. It says here, basically, actually, you know what? I'm going to give you my rendition. A few years back, it was found out that your phone, I don't know if it was a Google phone or an iPhone, was kind of tracking your GPS location and kind of tying it to a time stamp.
Right.
So if you hacked into your phone, you could kind of see your little path throughout the day that you took and where you were at. Basically, that's Hero's Path. This new map feature shows the path Link has walked through Hyrule for the last 200 hours of gameplay. Use the time tracker bar to see where you've spent the most time and where you have yet to explore. There's bound to be more adventures and maybe a shrine or two on the road less traveled. So,
I do have a question for you two.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I think, well, first off, I think this is a really cool idea. I'm really excited to see where I've been and where I spent the most time. But that's where my question comes into you two. If you had to take a guess, where do you think you've been spending most of your time?
My house.
Your house. What about you, Cameron?
Probably the Goron area, because I know I'm missing a shrine over there.
So
if I had to take a guess, I would say, one of those unlocking the zone areas that you have to climb up the tower.
Yep.
And put the thing on there to unlock it. I spent so much time on a couple different ones, just listening to the music and looking around. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it just
taking it all in.
I was just taking it all in, and I spent a lot of time in those places. So that's my guess of where I'll be.
That's awesome. I really hope that this works in reverse, kind of thing. Like the game has been logging this information from the start. And that this doesn't start from the day that the DLC comes out. Like I want to see where I've been, because I think I've played over 200 hours, or if not, I've been pretty close. It would be disappointing to not see where I've been since the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So me and Dave are just watching the video that's for the Hero Path, and it's literally just looks like a little man scribbling on a map.
Right.
Like how they're running. It's actually quite hilarious.
I want to, there's some people that they've got these run trackers. And you can actually go onto websites to do these run trackers and draw a picture with your run.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that are going to do like art style in a way with this, where you're going to end up drawing like a Darth Vader helmet or a Triforce or something with this map.
Yeah,
I bet you we're gonna see a lot of very unique, very talented people doing stuff with this tracker. I think it's really cool.
I think it's pretty cool. Now, another point that's coming out is the travel medallion, aka if you've played World of Warcraft, this sounds like a Hearthstone.
Let's see. Some in the world, there's a chest with a travel medallion inside. When you use this, you can register your current location as a fast travel point on the map.
Yeah, that's pretty much a Hearthstone.
You can only register one location using the travel medallion. So a Hearthstone from World of Warcraft. I think this is really, really cool. Especially considering that there's some shrines, like there's specifically one, hopefully this isn't a big spoiler, that you literally need to stand naked on a platform crouched during a blood moon. to activate it.
Oh, yeah.
What? I don't think
Yeah.
I got that one.
I know which one you're talking about. I
Right.
unlocked all the shrines.
So
Yeah,
there's that one, and really there's no shrines near it. So as soon as a blood moon happens, you're like, run, and you're trying to get there in time, take your clothes off and stand on the pedestal to bring the shrine up. And once the shrine's up, you have a fast travel point there. For this kind of thing, it'd be so awesome to be able to put a fast travel point right there and be ready for, when the blood moon happens, then head back to that travel point and get the shrine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think another good spot is a place like where you can cook food as well, right? It's like
Exactly.
I want to go right here because I want to cook some food.
Or set it at your house, because I like going to my house, but I don't want to run through the town. I just want to put it right at my front door.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. What do you guys think? How would you guys put this? What's a unique place that you would put your travel medallion?
Oh gosh. Cameron?
God, I don't even know at the moment.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to the place where I think I've been to most, I should say, is probably one of those towers. It's like, hey, I
But
really
the tower
like.
already has a travel point.
Oh
there.
yeah, you're right.
So
So that wouldn't really be.
let's say the
that would
Temple
be-
of Time. I'd set one at the Temple of Time just for fun, because there isn't one there.
Yeah,
Or set one at one of the Hylian, well, what's it called? The princess statues that you can use, like in
yeah,
the Temple of Time.
Yeah, or maybe even at Hyrule Castle or something. Like maybe a certain spot in Hyrule
Yeah,
Castle.
that's a good one. That'd be a good one. If you're going to
Yeah.
be allowed to use it in there, yeah.
Yeah, if we can use it in there. Yeah, that's. The
I
thing.
would suspect that that's like the one place you can't use it. Even
I'm
though there
assuming
is
you're-
one shrine in there.
There is one shrine in there, but
Wait,
I mean,
there's a shrine in Hyrule Castle?
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I'm missing one, so that's where one is. Thing is, like when
I
I
love how we're having this conversation and Cameron's like, oh, he's taking
When I
notes. He's
went
like,
to go
I
do-
missed this shrine. I missed that shrine.
it's like when I went to defeat the last boss, I just climbed up the side of the freaking castle and just went out and went through the.
He cheated pretty much. He
So
didn't go through.
I didn't even go into the castle.
Cameron, there's a shrine in the.
It's in the mining area, I think.
It's in the mine area. Like you can get into this entrance underneath, and it
You
has
never got the
enemies and
Hylian
stuff.
shield, did you, Cam?
No.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that explains a lot. You know what? Let's save this for the very last here. I got an idea that I want to talk to you about, and we're going to save it for the very end here. But now let's talk about the more armor that's coming to the game. First off, let's jump to the very bottom of the page for the Korok mask.
Ooh.
This is yet another reason I really hope we get 2 save files, because as soon as this comes out,
Oh my
I'm going to
God.
want to do the trial of the sword, and I'm going to want to start up a hard mode save. But I want to be able to go back to my original game and go and hunt down the Korok seeds. The Korok mask is also hidden in a treasure chest somewhere in the world. While wearing this mask, it shakes whenever Link is near a hidden Korok location, aka you're going to be using some kind of radar system to find Korok seeds.
Oh my god.
So pretty much it's going to shake all the time for me because I only found I think 12 or 13
Really?
out of 900. Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't actively looking for them though.
You didn't need to. You could just be walking and be like, that rock looks weird. Pick.
Yeah, right?
But I didn't pick up. Okay, whatever.
There's so many. I've actually just started doing some research. There's so many Korok seed things that I didn't even realize were a thing. Like apparently there's 3 fences that if you jump them with a horse, you get a Korok seed.
Weird.
Yeah, like there's all these kinds of things. So I think this is really cool because I think this is a really good use for a mask.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
There's 4 more that are that have been announced. Who knows if we're going to get any more? There's Majora's Mask, Midna's Helmet, the Phantom Armor, and Tingle's Outfit. So let's talk about these real quick here. Let's actually take a step back. There is also the Fierce Deity's armor that is in the game right now, but the amiibo to unlock them aren't around yet. But people have gone and used fake amiibos and have gained access to these items. There's also... Well, there's one other set of armor, but the Fierce Deity is the one I want to use as an example, because with the Fierce Deity, once you get the armor, it's basically a barbarian set.
Nice. But looks cooler.
It looks like the Fierce Deity, but it just gives you the higher damage, just like the barbarian set. So it's kind of like a recolored barbarian set. My thought is, will this Phantom armor be like a recolored Guardian set?
Ooh, maybe.
I would say so. If I had to take a guess.
Because I'd really hope that this one would have some kind of set bonus. Because this one looks pretty badass.
I'm assuming that the Phantom Armor and the one beside it will have a set bonus just because it is a set. I think you're right that the Phantom Armor is going to be exactly the same as the Guardian set.
I hope so. Or something, you know, maybe
Or
it's going to
something
be
like that,
a
maybe even
defense
more
up or
powerful.
something.
Yeah,
Can you guess what game that's from, Dave? Phantom Armor?
it's from Phantom Hourglass.
There you go.
Good job,
You did
Dave. There's the Tingle outfit, which I'm really hoping unlocks something on those Tingle Islands.
Yeah,
Tingle's outfit is pretty much Link's clubbing outfit.
Is that what you wear to the club, Cam? Is that why you thought of that?
No, I was saying if there's an actual, like, if I could find this outfit, I would go out everywhere with it.
I'm pretty sure it exists.
Oh,
After
God.
this, we'll
If
go
you
look
can
it up
find
quickly.
this outfit in real life, please link it in the comments below, and we'll buy it for Cameron, and we'll upload a video of him wearing it at the next Comic Expo or something. Let's talk about Majora's Mask and Midna's helmet now. There's a lot of speculation that these two masks and or helmets exist in the same or are from the same realm, even though they're from different games. They kind of coexist in the same world. Are we going to see anything special from these items, you guys?
Besides the sets,
Because they're not a set item; they're just a helmet.
you're talking about. Oh, sorry.
These are just
I missed
pieces
the
of
part.
headgear now.
I missed the part of that.
My guess is going to be is like probably Majora's Mask at nighttime. The eyes are going to glow, sort of like
And that's it.
flashlights.
Well, probably the same with Midna's
Like-
though, right? Because it's like when it gets dark, like it's really dark in the Twilight Realm. So maybe something goes on with her.
Well, the thing is with Midna, like when you think of Midna, she made those like shadow portals and stuff, right?
Maybe he'll become small. The Link will become.
No, that'd be the Minish Cap.
Yeah, that'd be Minish Cap.
They were actually working on that in this in this game.
You're
They were
right,
trying to
you're
do the
right.
same thing on this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict it right now. So what you do first you summon Wolf Link with your amiibo, okay?
Yeah.
And then you equip Midna's helmet and you get to ride on Wolf Link.
Ooh, that is a great idea.
That'd be cool.
I could see that. You know what?
You'd be a little big.
I know this is like
whatever.
a rated G. I know this is kind of like a rated G.
Maybe you'll turn
podcast,
you'll turn into Midna and you can ride
Sure.
on Wolf Link.
Only when you mount though.
Oh,
Only, yeah.
That's an interesting idea. I would do that. I'd like that. I was going to say something, but now I don't want to.
I'd mount
so.
Link.
I'd mount Link. Majora's Mask. Seriously, what is this going to do? What did it do in the game? It summoned a moon, right?
Yes.
Well, that was with Skull Kid and Majora's Mask. Like, yeah, they summoned the moon and stuff, but the mask in itself was think of like almost like a demon, I guess.
So
And they
what?
corrupted
You
Skull
get to
Kid.
become like Calamity Ganon then, and take on Calamity Ganon.
Spoilers.
Who knows? That'd be cool. Majora's Mask versus Calamity Ganon.
That would be pretty. That'd be a
know
fun
what?
fight.
That would be fun, but I have another idea that I was thinking of while you guys were discussing.
What do you
this.
got? What do you got?
What happens if you wear the Majora's Mask at night and the moon has a face? Like
That's the
one-
only thing that happens, though.
Well, it's a fun cosmetic thing for
Maybe if a blood moon is coming and then you put on the mask before the blood moon happens, the blood moon is the moon from Majora's
Maybe it
Mask.
just gives you a persistent blood moon.
Ooh,
maybe.
that would be cool. Like as you said about the naked, being naked for the shrine to unlock that shrine. Maybe that's one way to get it too, right?
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe
I like the
it's
way
hard
this
to
is sounding.
say. Then again, it could just be like these things could just be cosmetic things for people who are fans of Zelda too, right? Like it might not even have something special, but I have a feeling we'll find out at E3 maybe.
All right, guys, we're almost done for this video. We've been recording for a while. This is probably a long, long video of us just chatting. Let's talk real quick about when do you think this pack's coming out between June 2nd and September 22nd?
I'm gonna say sometime in August, maybe the middle of August. Nintendo
why?
has. I know. Hold me out. Hold on. Because ARMS comes out at the middle of this month, and Splatoon 2 comes out the middle of next month. I don't think Nintendo wants to compete. Like, hey, we got this DLC pack for Zelda. Even though we're going to release these new games for you guys as well, we're going to release it every time.
I'm on the same page as you. I'm looking at Game Facts right now of the upcoming Switch releases. It looks like we have 2 games announced for August, and that's Sonic Mania in the middle of the month, and Azure Strike Gunvolt Striker Pack
Yeah.
for the end of the month. So you know what? I'm with you, Dave. Sometime in August, because even Splatoon comes out at the end of July.
Yeah. So I would say sometime in the middle of August would be my guess.
Cameron, what do you think?
Uh,
You're like June 20th. Sooner the better.
Yeah, honestly, sooner the better. I'll make a prediction for the 20th of June.
Okay. 20th of
that's
June.
very
I
specific.
like the way you predict that because it's the first day of summer, right?
I'll be the 21st, so the day before summer.
Oh, okay. If you say so. Let's talk real quick here about DLC Pack 2 that's coming out. Second content pack will add new dungeons, a new story, an original story, and even more new challenges. We didn't get all the details for Pack 1 until recently. There's probably still even more things in Pack 2 that could happen. What do you guys want to see from this original story and or the new dungeon?
Oh, gosh. You know what? I would like...
That's a tough question.
I would say, like, if you beat the game, if you beat Zelda, I'm not going to ruin the ending, but if you beat Breath of the Wild, it kind of, I feel like it kind of opens up, right? Something happens where I'm like, I want
So you want the
more.
new content to take place after the game's ending?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometime after the game. I won't say any more than that.
Cameron, what do
but
you think?
something after the game.
I would like to see it like an aftermath of the game where maybe like the new storyline will be with you and Zelda, which would be sort of kind of cool. But yeah,
what about the new
honestly,
dungeon? What's the new dungeon going to look like, guys?
You know what? I'm going to say that the new... Oh, go ahead.
I hope it's like the original, like, you know, dungeons of like the first Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where you go into like the separate rooms and stuff like that.
Okay. So not one of the
That's an
beasts.
interesting prediction. I was going to say that I think it's going to take place in this new story, obviously.
I agree,
Like, there's going to be a
yep.
new story, and they're going to, you know, say, hey, we got to go in this dungeon because we got to do something in here for, I don't know, just to throw an example. There's something in here that can cause the last boss to come back, and we gotta destroy it, or we gotta do something with it. And so, you know, you go in there, and the dungeon could be, as Cameron said, maybe it's like a remix of an older dungeon from Zelda, like maybe an actual dungeon-looking dungeon, if that makes sense.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to blow your mind. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, Calamity Ganon. We all know Calamity Ganon is the big bad guy in this game, right? Like, that's told at the very beginning of the game. That's the big pig shadow thing that's swirling around the castle. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. We don't know what causes Calamity Ganon. We know that there was the hero and the whatever. They kind of sealed the Ganon, and then it came out. And we kind of reveal story elements about how, you know, just before he got out. What happens if this new story is before the game exists? You know, what if this new story is how they're picking the champions for the Divine Beasts?
Ooh, maybe. Oh, that would be
Right?
nice.
Because remember, Link. They have this big ceremony to give Link to become, you know, one of the champions. And
Yeah,
then
or the champion.
Well, no, because they're all champions, and they're the champions of the Divine Beast, right? But Link gets the Master Sword, and she, you know, kind of anoints him and everything. What if the story is actually takes place there? Now that you have all your memories, you kind of replay the back memories. That story.
I could see that.
And then what if the dungeon was, you know, maybe that's where you got to prove yourself more. Maybe it was a challenge thing where the dungeon was, you know, you getting your Master Sword or whatever, you know, dead before you could get anointed by Zelda. Or maybe you would play as a different Link altogether, and you're the original Link and or Zelda that seal Calamity Ganon. Basically, I want to know what causes Calamity Ganon. Why is Ganon, you know, because we look at Ganon throughout all the Zeldas, and he's Ganondorf, he's this, he's that. Why Calamity? What happened to make a Calamity Ganon? I want that answered in this new story.
It's definitely a good choice. I wouldn't complain about that. As much as I still want to see what happens after this game.
Right.
You know, what happens before the game itself is also something that I'd like to know. Yeah, you're right. I didn't really think about Calamity Ganon
That guy
with
the face.
like how did he become Calamity Ganon? What is Calamity Ganon?
I
never
actually
really
have
thought
a
about-
theory. I actually have a theory for another video that we should talk about after this one. But last thoughts on this video. If there was one thing that you could add to this DLC pack, rather one or two that hasn't been announced yet, what would it be, guys?
That's a tough one.
Do you want to hear mine?
Sure.
Yes.
I want the hook shot.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But I want the hook shot to not exist in the game until you've beaten the game. It's like a reward for you've beaten the game, and now to make things a little bit easier for you, here's the hook shot.
I want the spinning top from.
From Skyward Sword,
No, it was pre Skyward Sword.
where you stand on the top.
Yeah.
I thought that was Skyward Sword.
No, and I think it was Twilight Princess where it first came in,
Okay, I'll believe you.
but that's what I want.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say, oh gosh, this is a tough question. I want Navi to come back. Maybe have Navi
this is the
come
last
by.
time Dave's ever going to show up on the YouTube channel. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You want a companion? Really?
Well, okay, maybe not, but I'm trying to think. Gosh darn it. That's like a really tough question. I'm not sure what I'd want. I guess more armors based off of things
More gear.
in Zelda.
Just
but
more gear.
Yeah, like
You know what'd be another cool item? The mirror shield.
And how would that work in this game?
go ahead.
You could probably. Well, I know there's items to. You can reflect the beams back to
With
the
any
guardian.
shield.
With any shield, but I guess if you can do it with any shield.
You know what? I would like a shield and a sword that doesn't break.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, but like, can you imagine having that one?
AKA Dave wants easy mode.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
started
buddy.
out strong by saying, yeah, hard mode, but I'm just falling apart now. Hey, listen.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this video. If you liked it, please hit like. If you like this kind of stuff, please leave a comment in below telling us what we missed, what you think needs to be added, and if we've got something wrong, please leave it in the comments. We'll probably do a follow-up video if we have to. And if you're liking this stuff and other videos on the channel, please consider hitting subscribe and clicking that little bell so that you will get notified when we put out new videos like this. David, Cameron, thank you guys so much for it. Thank you guys so much for being on this video. We're going to leave your links down in the comments. Sorry, we're going to leave your links down in the description below. Thanks for joining us on this episode, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much for having us on.